An F1 car can drive fast enough to theoretically stick to the ceiling upside down. Let's actually break down how one of these things works, because it's way weirder than people realize. First, forget everything you know about a normal car. An F1 car isn't really built to go fast in a straight line. It's built to corner insanely fast, and almost everything about it exists to serve that one goal. Start with the wings. Front and rear, they look like upside-down airplane wings, and that's exactly what they are. Instead of lifting the car up, they shove it down into the track. That's called downforce, and it's the whole secret to how these cars corner the way they do. Here's the wild part. The faster an F1 car goes, the harder it gets pushed into the ground. So counterintuitively, high speed doesn't make the car less stable in a corner, it makes it more stable. That's why these cars can take corners that would send a normal road car spinning off into the gravel, and 2026 actually just changed this whole formula in a pretty big way. The new cars this year are shorter, narrower, and lighter, with roughly a third less overall downforce than before. Even more surprising, the floor of the car went flat this year. For a while, a huge chunk of an F1 car's grip came from tunnels underneath it that sucked the car toward the track, almost like a vacuum. That system is gone now, so the car actually leans on those wings even more than it used to, instead of pulling from underneath. Instead of the old DRS button that opened the rear wing on command, the wings now open and close automatically, tuning themselves between straight line speed and cornering grip in real time, without the driver even touching a button. Now, what's actually powering all this? Under the hood is a turbocharged V6 engine, but it's only half the story. It's paired with a hybrid electric system that recovers energy every time the driver brakes and shoots it right back into the wheels for extra power. As of this year, that electric motor alone puts out nearly 3 times more power than it used to, so the hybrid side of the car matters more than ever. Let's talk tires for a second, because most people have no idea how specialized these things are. F1 doesn't just run one tire. Teams choose between multiple compounds depending on the weather and track temperature, from harder tires built to survive a long stint to softer ones that grip harder but wear out fast. And in the rain, the wet weather tires can clear away over 80 liters of water a second, just to keep the car from hydroplaning at speed. Then there's the pit stop. The current world record sits at under 2 seconds from the moment the car stops to the moment it's already leaving again, with 4 brand new tires. That's a coordinated crew of over a dozen people, each one doing one exact job, timed down to a fraction of a second. Even the steering wheel is its own piece of insane engineering. A single F1 steering wheel can cost tens of thousands of dollars, packed with more than 100 adjustable settings the driver can change mid-corner, brake balance, fuel mixture, differential settings, all without ever taking a hand off the wheel. And then there's the braking. F1 brakes aren't like your car's brakes. They're carbon fiber discs that can hit temperatures close to 1,000 degrees Celsius under hard braking. The forces involved are genuinely brutal on the driver's body too. We're talking multiple times the force of gravity, both under braking and while cornering. For comparison, a fast road car pulling hard might get you to 1G. F1 drivers deal with several times that, lap after lap, for close to 2 hours straight. And it's not just the car under strain, it's the driver too. Holding your head steady under several times the force of gravity, corner after corner, for 2 hours takes a specific kind of strength most people never train for. F1 drivers spend hours in the gym specifically training their neck muscles, because a weak neck at that kind of load just means your head gets thrown around the cockpit. Some drivers lose multiple pounds of pure sweat in a single race in a car that regularly sits well over 100 degrees inside the cockpit. There's actually a reason behind most of these 2026 changes too, and it's not just about raw speed. All that old downforce created a problem called dirty air, turbulent, messy air, trailing behind a car that made it nearly impossible for the car behind to follow closely through a corner. Less downforce and a cleaner floor means less turbulence left behind, which means cars can actually race wheel to wheel again instead of just following a few seconds apart the whole race. Put all of that together, the wings, the hybrid power unit, the tires, the pit crew, the steering wheel, and you're looking at a machine that can cost more than $10 million to build, just to go race for one season. So next time you watch a car scream through a corner at a speed that looks physically impossible, you'll know it's not magic. It's wings shoving the car into the ground, a hybrid engine firing energy back into the wheels, and brakes hot enough to glow, all working together at once. On a car built down to the smallest bolt to do exactly one thing, go around a corner faster than anything else on wheels. And that's just scratching the surface. If this one gets some traction, we'll come back and go even deeper into exactly how these machines are built.